Rip Van Winkle and casters. We're back for game number 2.
But you know what the worst part is, Noah?
What?
You know how Rip Van Winkle came out like 100 years later and everything had changed?
Yeah.
It's still patch 6.2.
I know, right? Purgatory. Wow, they look very green in that camera. All right, there we go. That's a little bit more normal. That was more blue, I suppose. Everyone was doing their Rise cosplay. You missed it, Monty. There's a camera that the color was off and all the players were blue.
It was the Smurf cam.
That's right. Avatar cam.
I forgot that movie existed. I deleted it from my brain. Thanks for
I'll remind
putting
you.
it back in there.
I'll remind you every couple months. It's fine.
Can't wait to not see the sequel to that.
Well, you'll only have to wait until like what 2017 to not see that.
Great, love it.
Yeah. Ezreal ban. Okay. And the question is, will Longzhu first pick the Nidalee this time?
I hope they do. It's time for another crash course in jungling.
That's right.
Couldn't get that same advantage that he had in his first 3 games without that faster clear time.
The last game was a normal game, you know, which isn't bad. It's just not the crazy stuff that we've seen so far from Crash. And we'll see what that first pick is going to be. Graves is up too.
Yeah, so you don't pick first pick the Nidalee here. Or do you?
You do. Crush is a good Nidalee player, so it is a bit of a takeaway.
I love it. They're so confident in him.
And I'm really curious what they're going to put Roach on. Might not see it for a few rounds, but
I just have no idea.
me neither. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Now, he's a former Najin sub. For those of you who don't know, most of the players on this team are Najin substitute players.
Okay.
Or amateurs from other teams, like Hippo.
So it'll be Alistar, Corki. Pretty solid first round for E-mFire. Lucian immediately locked in for Captain Jack.
It's just been his go-to champion for the majority of this season. Frozen could go for something more aggressive here. They don't know if that's a mid lane Corki or not. And it's always about that Echo Man, but it will be the Bard for Pure. So now they have engaged, Noah. Someone has engaged in this game. Yay!
And Pure's a very good Bard player too, so we may actually see that engage used well.
Yeah, Bard was banned in game number 1 by E-mFire.
That's right. It was. So 2 other picks. The Poppy did get through. Lissandra still available.
Now, Poppy would not be a Hippo style of champion, and I can't imagine that Longzhu has prepared for Roach as a top laner in this game. Who knows really what he's going to be up to.
Yeah.
So clock ticks down. Oh, by the way, guys, we are in our 6th hour of casting now, so this is where the mind starts to go.
Oh yeah, man. It starts to go in like the 5th hour usually. Could have casted like 2 Super Bowls in this time.
That's right.
The Broncos could have lost embarrassingly twice by now.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of hope for them. Let's put it that way. I'm not anticipating a victory on Sunday.
Come on, that last Super Bowl went really... Oh, sorry.
Actually,
bringing that up.
Most of the Broncos Super Bowls don't go too well. I don't know if you know a lot about Broncos Super Bowl history, but it's not pretty.
It's true.
But they have been to more Super Bowls than the Packers, so at least I got that.
Hey, we've won more.
I don't know if that's true.
I'm sure it's true.
Yeah, it's actually true.
Yeah. Packers have like won 4 or 5 now or something. At least 4. And Fiora will be the pick for Flame. And there is the Lux for Frozen. A good old Frozen special.
I like it. We're seeing a very aggressive composition from Longzhu this game. Heavy poke, good amount of dive, good 4-1 split here. Follow up on the Lux Light Binding with Lucian and Nidalee damage. So we're not going to have a giant stall fest like we did last game.
Yes! I'm pumped. Lissandra.
That's a good pick. Trying to get into that back line. They don't have a substantial amount of disengage, and now they have to deal with Alistar, Poppy, and Lissandra on their back line with a lot of damage. So if Roach and Edge can make the TP plays, they can really force this one. There is basically no protection for Longzhu, so if they don't hit every single one of their skill shots, they are in big, big trouble.
Well, you know, in theory, they've got a squad that can do just that, so If anyone can pull this off, it's going to be those players.
Yeah, miss a light binding or a cosmic binding, though, and there's no chance you're defending against this Alistair, Lysandra, and Poppy. You are just going to die. Risky business, Doa.
I like it.
We saw the Tigers try something like this. It didn't work.
Well, I have confidence that it will be a short game regardless.
And they still have to farm up for Flame, but Crash back on that Nidalee, the champion that he absolutely smashed the competition on. And game 2 of their last series, a quick 25-minute win for Longzhu, and him with about 100 CS advantage. So we could see that again. It's not CJ that they're playing. And I think Crush is a better jungler than Bubbling, but even so, he is a monster on this pick.
That's right. I'm excited. Excited to see Crash on Nidalee. Excited to see Longzhu try something kind of crazy. And we'll see how the sub mid laner works out for E-mFire up in top lane. Game number 2. Can E-mFire make the comeback? Let's get in the game and find out.
Everybody wants to rule the world. There's a room where the light won't find you. Holding hands.
All right. There's a game where the kills won't find you, Monty. Do you know which one that is?
League of Legends?
It's League of Legends, that's right. Longzhu versus E-mFire. And we'll see if Longzhu can close this one out or E-mFire is going to tie things up. They played well in game number 1. And that was just the kind of game where, you know, you're going to have this apocalyptic team fight at some point. And the winner of that will generally win the game.
Well, yeah, those death timers are just ridiculously long.
Yeah.
So you will be able just to charge forward under almost any circumstances and go ahead and end.
Pretty much.
I'm excited to see what Longzhu does with this. They're back to poke compositions. Now, Longzhu, when they started the season, went with a lot of these poke comps, and that has been their most successful. But they were doing that with Chaser and Expression and Coco. So different members in this game starting out, and they have that chance to show that they are just as good at the old poke composition. It's like we are going to see a lane swap here as E-mFire is switching up to the top side. And we'll see what Crash can do with the counter jungling in this one. Did fall behind early in game number 1. And the nice little invade there actually by Captain Jack and Pure. They're going to take the stupid small rocks. It's their official name.
That's right. Stupid rocks.
Not the Tigers though. Those guys are really smart.
Yeah.
So they actually
They're
have
a
delayed.
solid pile of rocks.
They are a solid pile of rocks. So invade there. Crash gets delayed a little bit. Pure's going to find that Crush and Roach have doubled back, and he's going to start.
Bard can put on a lot of harass too.
Yeah, Cosmic Binding doesn't actually get the. Oh!
Oh, that was really close. I'm surprised he didn't save his Cosmic Binding, honestly.
Wow, that was super close right there.
Yeah.
Nearly.
Well, we saw one Bard blue steal tonight already.
Yes, we did.
Long time ago.
But not in the galaxy far, far away. It was actually very close.
Right here.
In fact,
Same
exactly where we are right now.
Yeah.
We're in the same point in space, but a different point in time.
That's true. We've moved, but not physically. Well, physically, I suppose, if you include the Earth's rotation.
Yeah, we've definitely moved.
We have moved through space.
It's a really long way, actually. We're moving really fast, though.
That's true. We've not moved geographically on the Earth's surface, though. Important to know. We're so educational, you know?
That's what we strive to be, Doa.
That's right. That's right. First and foremost, this needs to be an educational broadcast.
Well, someone has to teach the kids, because it's certainly not the American education system, let me tell you that.
Whoa. Whoa. Tough talk from presidential candidate Monte Cristo. Getting tough on education reform.
That's right, that's me.
Wow.
I recommend more watching me in League of Legends broadcasts.
Yeah, we can make that your platform. We're back to talking about us being president again, huh?
No, just me, actually.
All right. I'm closer to being able to run, though.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
right.
In fact, I could run in the next selection. Not this one, but the next one.
Damn, Doa.
I know. Well, you don't have to be very old to be president. You only have to be 35. That's not that old. I mean, maybe to some people out there it seems old. I don't think it's old. It's not old. It's not old. Pretty young, in fact. It's just not old. Definitely not.
And now the denial sets in.
I've been thinking of buying a red Corvette.
Yep. It's about that time, isn't it?
It's supposed to be, but I'm not feeling it yet. I need more crisis in my midlife.
Well, we're in the middle of a meta crisis.
This
right
is a
now.
bit of a crisis. This meta. That's true. Yeah. We're in a meta life crisis. Oh, Crash. He gets it. Look at this guy.
He's
He
level
really
5.
wanted the Raptor. Crash. Yeah, you're high in levels, man, but oh, nice cosmic binding. Oh, you
Roach.
gotta get past the Poppy.
No,
Oh,
Crash.
Flash. Can he get away? He's ignited. Knocked into the wall. Trying to make it. No. First blood goes to Crush. That was like jungle gladiators there. Make it through the obstacle course.
That's where you type worth.
Yeah. It's like, did you see how I was 3 levels up until I gave him a kill and gave him his 4th level?
Gave him the first blood. I was really far ahead, guys. But I got that Raptor.
You did. Oh, Crash. He's always entertaining on Italy, at least.
Gave him the old run around. Well,
Yep.
Soul, though, having a nice freeze develop for him in the bottom side of the map, forcing Flame to play very far forward. But Crash's distraction actually does mean that Flame can farm all the way up there at the tier 2. He may be overdoing it now, though. He should have sensed a recall after that. He's on the run. Flame is on the run. They're pinging him. Lysandra's coming.
Don't worry
but we're
about
not going to look
Oh,
at it.
There we go.
All right.
See, the Observer knew he'd be just fine.
Observer's falling asleep too, Doa.
I think you're right. So really, is there any reason for a character to make those sounds? Aside from when they're being like punched in the gut or something.
It's time for a dive.
That's right, dive time onto Roach. Crash can't jump in. Going for it anyway. He's not deterred by Cougar.
Well,
But
this
he
is
deterred.
this is a good play regardless. To push Roach off the turret and take the tier 2. They're punishing the freeze that is happening in the bottom side of the map.
Hello.
Trying to get there with Crush to at least push back the minion wave.
It's 3v4 right now.
But they're going to have to give this up eventually. There's too many ranged carries here. And
Are they?
well, they can push the turret a little bit more aggressively, but I guess that I mean, Cougar's flash is down, so he can't flash pulp headbutt you backwards.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they didn't just take it. Never mind. I'm not surprised they didn't just take it.
Why risk it, Doa?
That's right.
They already risked it all for the Raptor.
Yeah, I think so. And now Crash will play safe for the rest of his career.
He's learned his lesson.
Remember the Raptor will be what his teammates yell at him. Well, Culling does a good amount of damage.
Nice
Oh,
dodge
he knew
there.
that was coming, yeah. Captain Jack saw that one a mile away.
Oh, nice.
Or
And
a
now
league away, I suppose.
he's almost going to get that turret.
It's pretty close. They can pretty much get it whenever they want now.
Yeah, so this ended up really well. Flame gets a nice meaty wave in the bottom side. TP, oh no!
Oh, really? All right. Well, they're not going to get the turret.
Man can dream. Turret destruction.
A dream of turrets. Okay. Really getting a great listen in on Lysandra.
As we always do. Get into Lysandra metas.
But tonight I feel like it's
It's been Lysandra heavy evening, hasn't it?
very apparent, yeah.
Taking out the grab.
Yep. I mean, Italy is still like a person. She's just a person that can turn into a cougar. But the cougar like growls a lot, so it's more like, you know, imagine Italy just being like rah 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 when she's you know, swiping stuff.
She's not even the kind of cougar I like.
Less said about this, the better. I'm going to let you follow that one up. Go ahead. You're on your own now.
I'm sorry, they made that champion very intentionally for me to be able to say that line. There's nothing.
I agree.
It's so transparent.
Yeah.
She could have turned into a lioness. Nope, cougar. Obvious reference. And they put her in a French maid's outfit, so, you know. I feel like they didn't want me to say that.
Oh, Cougar takes some damage. And they get him. Wow, nice execute by Crash. He may get the double kill here. Missed the spear. Going anyway. Captain Jack picks that one up. And now Roach in a lot of trouble. There's a double kill. And now Longzhu taking a nice early lead.
Yeah, Crash was trying to predict the escape there from Crush. And so actually threw his spear one way, was able to pounce the other.
Made sense.
And so picks up a kill for himself. We're going to take a look at that again. And great catch right here. On to, well, that first spear was definitely this, but anyway, gets that kill. And then here, there's the dash out. Crush already used his flash by that stage, and they're able to pick up a couple of kills, and Frozen with a great ult from the mid lane.
Yeah.
And that's a big, big lead now.
Well, that was just great coordination. I mean, they knew exactly what was up. Frozen was ready to add his damage on. Yeah, you're right. That is a big early lead for Longzhu, which is exactly what they need if they're going to play this kind of composition.
Well, they played around that top turret really well. They got most of the damage down. They didn't overextend. They found the catch in the top side of the river, and they could just follow up faster with the range on the Lux ultimate, and that is going to be a really nice advantage for them. Flame, in the meantime, just out-farming Roach, getting huge, has that extra level. Crash starting to pull away when it comes to CS, has his Runic Echoes complete, is 2 levels up.
That magical journey wasn't exactly very magical.
Now he's here to take your pink wards.
Yeah. Maybe to take your dragon soon. It's not your dragon, though. Stop claiming it. It's everybody's dragon. It is the community dragon.
Edge gets a single ward in as they go for the dragon, as you said. They certainly possess the power to do that. And look how just the pressure that they've got on the map right now. So many wards in the enemy jungle. And
yeah, Crash also about 20 CS up. So right on schedule with the numbers we've seen from him in these Nidalee games.
yeah, what do? You dump 2 bans on this guy, or he just goes wild?
Well, speaking of going wild, Soul comes in with the package.
No follow-up, though. Crush was not there yet to provide any damage, and Cougar wasn't in range.
Oh, that's some damage.
It's a little bit down. Edge has the Abyssal Scepter early, so doesn't take the brunt of that. Meanwhile, Frost Queen's claim for Frozen, building into the Morello Nomicon. It's going to be a lot of mana regen for him, so he should be pretty happily topped up and just continuing to put the wave straight into the mid lane turret. Meanwhile, Flame is having a ball, just zoning Roach off of his tower. Roach has no armor yet. Try and fend off Flame's Fiora. So this game looking like it's going all Longzhu's way, Noah.
Yeah, so far so good for Longzhu Gaming. And yeah, now we just get to watch Crash get farther and farther ahead of Crush. Crushed by Crash. With more cash.
Yeah, it's the cash crush by Crash.
That's right.
That's how it works. Doesn't
Yeah.
need the KDA, just needs the sweet, sweet jungle farm.
Crash's cash is crushing Crush's cash.
Oh boy. Cooldown boots too, so Crash is going to be moving even faster through the jungle. Giving those extra few pounces in there, E-mFire. Trying to make it safe for Roach to actually even up the CS score, but not quite going to make it. And now the big siege coming through bottom side of the map, and there's not that same ability to push forward. Going to try and get out of this one. Captain Jack gets the Valkyrie out, Crash there. Taking a look at what's going on. Gonna miss that spear onto Soul.
Captain Jack was ready to follow up on that too. That was really close to actually being a kill. If that spear had landed, I would not be surprised if Captain Jack would have been able to finish that one off.
Well, it's just a nice placement because if he walks backward away from Captain Jack, he takes the spear. And if he tries to dodge it, he has to move forward, and therefore he takes the double tap from Jack.
Yep.
So it presents a pretty unfortunate decision in either event for Corky.
Okay, we're going in. All right,
Oh,
light binding.
nice bind. Oh, there's just no follow-up.
Well, he has the ult, but they saw Roach coming in, so he couldn't go for it. Pure knocked up, and now the turnaround coming from E-mFire. Whoops. Pure caught out.
Yeah, they actually had all 5 people in the mid lane, so even though they had the vision for it, Captain Jack squeezes his way back under the turret. They're not going to be able to do anything thanks to the final spark, and meanwhile, Flame is using this opportunity to get even more ahead.
Oh yeah, of course.
They get the nice kill onto Pure. It looks so good, and man, that binding was really on point there.
Yeah, that was perfect.
It was perfect.
And if he would have had the luxury, he probably could have finished him off with the ult too.
More emotes, Doa.
Yep. So we found out during the break that Ezreal's, when he upgrades his ultimate, apparently that does produce a global effect now. Not intentional. This is another hidden feature, guys. And apparently Karthus's eagle screech in the statue of Karthus skin is global now too. So
Awesome, I love it.
go have fun with that one. Oh, hooray.
Crash has taken nearly every scuttle crab this game.
Yeah. Crash. Crash, I mean. Say Crash.
I have a crush on Crash, Doa.
Yeah, you have a Crash crush?
I have a Crash crush, it's true.
I can understand that.
Now the Abyssal Scepter complete, going for that melee build. He loves to get in that Cougar form and pounce right on top of you.
Yep.
He's helping out with the burst damage, allowing that versatility, also taking less damage from the Corky poke, and Lysandra all in if it comes to that.
And at some point in this game, Flame is just going to show up and wreck people too.
Oh yes, he is. At this point, he's so far ahead. And Longzhu still has a chance to lose this game, don't get me wrong. Yes, they're behind, but they are so fragile that one thing going wrong, like that Bard in the mid lane, and things can turn around very fast.
It is true.
One good engage, and there are just so many ways for E-mFire to pull that off with Poppy, Lysandra, Alistair, and 2 teleports.
So the second Rift Scuttler is taken.
But the warding's been great for Longzhu. Just take a look at the wards around the bottom river right now. Even 3 pink wards cutting a line up into the top side. So Flame can farm with absolute certainty over where everyone is on the map right now.
Yeah. We have the Flame Farm, the Crash Crush.
Everything's going right for Longzhu, Doa.
Yep.
Pings now onto the dragon. Crash does so much damage with this build. His cooldown's reduced, and
Amounts to a fast dragon too, but ooh, Crash on his own in the 1v2. He may want to get out of there.
uh-oh, he got knocked back over. Oh,
Wow, that was interesting.
interrupting his pounce right there, but it's on such a low cooldown at the moment that, okay, they're gonna try and go for this.
All right, well, they get Edge. Can they follow up here? Teleport coming in for E-mFire. They're going to have to back off for now as Roach comes down.
So
Here comes
does
Flame, though. Edge is so low. Oh, boy, Dragon taken by E-mFire. Here has to take it out. Captain Jack trying to escape, but Soul and Edge find him on the side. Meanwhile, Frozen, though, and Flame coming down from the top. Crash pinned against the wall. Roach picks up a kill there. But overall, it is 2 for 2. And I think Longzhu might be able to get another one there. Yep. Flame gets the heal off of the ultimate. Flash over the wall. Flame flashed for that last kill, so they're going to have to leave it at that.
Wow, okay, so hectic fight right there, but Longzhu is going to get the mid turret out of this too because they just have way more HP. They also still have the Rift Herald buff onto Flame with enough caster minions for that to be pretty impactful when it comes to this turret, and they've got plenty of HP just to body block this Corky, who has no summoner spells and can't get hit by that light binding.
And we saw Pure too kind of chase a little bit farther and throw that Cosmic Binding over the wall just to make sure that it took a little bit longer for Soul to get there.
Watch that one again. So they start with this. Crush tries to get into the pit, and he doesn't get the chance to smite it, but Crush gets caught by the binding. Flame there too, just keeping everybody bottled up. And yes, they get the kill in the backside, but there's just not any follow-up to the members of Longzhu that are already in the pit. And Flame still had his ultimate at the end of that. Easily able to flash forward and continue the fight. And really, this 40 CS lead, nothing is going to be stopping Flame at this stage from taking over this game on Fiora.
Yep.
Basically, as long as Longzhu has good wards, and they always have had pink wards on their flank. Great pink ward placement here from Longzhu. So flank TPs are kind of out of the question as long as they keep this up and they keep eliminating all the targets for the TPs to port 2.
Yep.
And as long as that's true, they can just maintain the split push and maintain their poke line, and they should be okay. It's just hard to do.
Yeah, Crash getting a ton of CS too. Not quite as much as Flame, but it's a lot. And he's leaving that accelerated build pretty fast. Yeah, Flame can 1v1 approach really easily. Anytime.
Yeah, there's just no damage on this Poppy. We'll fight this Fiora.
Okay, calling use to try to push E-mFire back a little bit. And this turret's going to go down really fast. Wow, a ton of damage taken by that.
You know, we've seen Poppy start to be used as a counter, a lane counter to the Fiora, but you have to...
Oh, there it goes. Wow, deleted. That was 0 to 100, or 100 to 0.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. That light binding lands, and there's just a ridiculous amount of follow-up from Captain Jack and Crash.
Yep.
So another turret goes down. But as I was saying, we've seen Poppy start to do okay against Fiora in the 1v1, but not with this kind of CS deficit. And also, you have to build the Iceborne into Sterix. We've seen that build be successful, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, Pure Tank Poppy doesn't seem to do very well.
Pure
against,
Tank anything doesn't do well against
Fiora.
Fiora.
Yeah. Great turn.
Except for maybe Tom Kench. We've seen that one work out and get the solo kills, but that's about it.
Frozen just keeping the lane pushed. Looks like he may go back and buy something, or just go for that blue buff. Yep, blue buff. And then go back and buy something. Crash, a cool 35 CS up on Crush right now.
As is his want.
Yep, pretty good. If you can keep within 20 CS of Flame throughout a game, you're a pretty good jungler.
He's also, I will have you know, the highest level in the game again.
Yeah, by 2, almost. Well, Captain Jack's 13. So's Edge.
Yep, so's Frozen. So, but I mean, still keeping up in levels like that is pretty ridiculous. He also has higher CS than the top laner Roach.
Yep.
All right, Poppy's coming in.
Here we go. The flank from Roach going in onto Frozen right away, having to turn around. Nice dodge with that engagement. Roach takes a ton of damage. Crash leaps in for the kill. Wow, they handled that flank so well.
Yeah, they had to use the flash to get out of that situation, but Frozen has the cleanse, so even if he was stunned into a wall there, and Flame comes through with the TP just to provide that extra little bit of support, and they're still after this turret.
Well, they've certainly got the pressure to go for it. No minion wave, though, so maybe they don't have the pressure after all.
They had 2 TPs available, I believe, so they could have actually gone for a double TP attempt right there from the flank, and it might have been more successful. But they only had the one easy ward. They had a couple pink wards. They could have gone for it.
There's a minion wave. And they're going to try to engage. Lysandra coming in onto Captain Jack. Captain Jack takes a lot of damage, but Crash right there to throw down some healing. Flame gets in the back lines, takes out Cougar, but gets killed in return. They get the turret, but can they disengage? Luxalt doesn't hit a lot. Never mind. He killed Edge. I was looking at the wrong person. Gets the double kill in the end. Soul trying to clean this fight up, but he's on his own in a 3v1 now. Captain Jack will get that one. That is an ace for Longzhu IM, or just Longzhu. I've been calling IM. What people need to realize as we watch Longzhu take this inhibitor turret is that I've cast an Incredible Miracle since 2011, back in StarCraft. So it's been 5 years, guys. It's tough. It's tough to stop
They
saying
even
that.
left the IM on their
I
dragon
know.
logo. All right.
They want to be Longzhu IM. They're
So
just
they
not
try this
saying.
again. Edge gets the engage right here, and they have to fade away, but Flame's right in the face of everybody. He's the first to fall in this fight, or second to fall rather, after they get the Alistar. But then it's just about the kiting. Look at that
Whoa.
snipe onto Lissandra too in the back line. Captain Jack does a great job playing around vision in this brush and even picking up the Bard health there at the end. Magical journey around the side. They cut Soul off, and the culling does enough damage.
Definitely does. Wow, Crash is 3 levels up on his opposing jungler. Well, he was when I started that sentence anyway. Now he's 2. It's still impressive.
He's still the highest level in the game, Doa.
I know, and he's still like nearly 30 CS up on the top laner on the other team. This type of thing just doesn't happen in.
No, it only happens with Crash.
Yeah. Well, easy dragon. Longzhu seems to have pretty firm control of this game. And they've got such a huge lead now that they don't have to be quite as careful. Going in onto Guger again, they know he's got his ult, but they go in anyway. Oh, Crash needs to be careful. Never mind. I guess they do need to be careful. Edge comes in, and Longzhu on the run. Soul in the back lines. Pure ults himself, or Pure gets ulted by Lissandra. This is not going well for Longzhu. They need Flame to get there. He comes in from behind. Now Flame has arrived. There's a double kill right off the bat from Frozen. As soon as Flame gets there, everything becomes okay for Longzhu.
That's true, but that was a really poor engage from Longzhu. Oops. Because they shouldn't even be engaging these fights. They should just be sieging. They have an open inhibitor right now. There's no excuse for trying to just all in with just a very...
Oh, aha.
Oh, Edge.
Oh, Mr. Boss, but he's still under turret. And so Flame will get the kill in the end. Style points.
And the ace.
Oh, they got the ace like half a second before Guger came up.
But you don't go for that kill,
Oh, they
or
also-
that pick.
They killed an inhibitor during
Yes,
that, by
they
the
did.
way. Yeah.
It was a delaying tactic. Because you absolutely don't have to. And the fact that it was that close, even though they have a nearly 15,000 gold lead, and they had a 10,000 gold lead before that fight really even started, is problematic. And again, yes, they have a big lead, but this composition is very, very fragile.
Uh-oh. Well, they get the Baron. They got to get out of there fast. They will.
Pure should not be recalling right there.
That's not a good place, yeah. The Koreans like the danger zone recalls, though. They really do.
So, start off this with a Cosmic Bind, and Crash goes in and just gets shut down by Poppy's W and stunned away. So Pure in the front line, but Edge chooses to ult onto Pure, and Soul is really far forward against a very fed Captain Jack. And then as soon as Flame gets there, there's a kill onto Poppy. The burst from the Lux ultimate just incredibly high, and Flame takes a kill for himself.
Yep, 4-1-4 on that. Fiora now, 190 CS to the 129 of Roach. Pretty impressive stuff. This may not be one of the longer games we've seen tonight. This may be our shortest game.
Especially with the Baron up and the Fiora fully enabled now.
Yep.
On the split push, and the bonus of the super minions. Poke coming in very quickly.
Flame's just going to kill another inhibitor. The teleport, they're going to try to win a team fight here. Roach trying to come from behind, but Longzhu pulls back fast enough that that's just not going to work.
Well, nobody comes for Flame, so they just back right off. They have the knowledge of where they're coming from. Edge again.
Hello.
They could have double TP'd, but they didn't.
Uh-oh, Roach gets hit with the spear. He's in big trouble. And I think E-mFire is kind of just going to roll over and die at this point. It was a close game 1, but game 2, Flame comes in, takes a big chunk out of Soul. One Nexus turret is just safe. Captain Jack needs to be careful, though. Now Crash tries to re-engage again. Crash gets destroyed, but there goes the second Nexus turret. There's so many minions in here. Captain Jack gets hit by the Lissandra ultimate, but he's going to turn right around and Cull crushed to death. That is it. A 28-minute game in game 2. Well, all right. So that was the length of your